Playing bad is not a sin, but playing bad and staying bad might be a problem that you need to tackle. And ladies and gentlemen, your guy Assassin Dave has taken a personal liberty to take a deep analysis onto the bottom of the barrel of the NACT spring season and see some of the common problems that this team have. In fact, a lot of those symptoms being analyzed in the surgical anatomy can actually happen in a lot of teams, including the top teams in NACT. Now, we have analyzed BTK, which is highly considered one of the best teams in North America. It also happened quite frequently in the top teams in MPL. That is right. So it doesn't matter where you're coming from, this video might expose some of the problems that you need to fix as a team, or maybe the problem you need to talk to your team about as a captain. So without further ado, we're going to walk through all those clips together, and I'm going to navigate exactly what's happening. I've summarized about 6 problems. That's right, quite a few symptoms that we can walk through together. Number 1 is lack of basic team fight game plan. Now we're going to use Lamitop as an example. Why Lamitop? Because I'm a good friend with their players, and obviously Lamitop is currently sitting at number 8 in the top 8 of the regular season. So this is going to be very, very helpful for Lamitop watching directly. And let's take a look what I mean by lack of team fight, team participation game plan. So with that being said, let's take a look at this turtle fight right here, right? You can see Lamitop, they actually have a Kai going against some like assassin jungle, Lancelot, yeah? But in this case, they lost this team fight really horribly. That's the result. You know, losing 2 members, have to pop another flicker for their marksman just to get out of there, and losing the turtle, obviously. So this cost them heavily. Before the team fight, Lamitop was actually quite ahead. You know, they were actually doing well. So you can see right here, right now, well, not right now, but they were 3-1 in kills. And if you walk through the first game of Lamitop versus TOB, the early game, they were doing really good, right? Like they got some turtles, they actually got some kills. And what happened throughout the process, we're not going to talk about. We're going to talk about this team fight particularly, okay? Let's take a look. We have a Kai as your jungler. Now, obviously, the reason why it's like a Kai, because in a turtle fight and objective fight, you can pin the enemy jungler away, then give your team the territorial control over the objective. And then you can just come back, you know, retreat it, right? Use your ultimate, you know, spinning and using the retreat to get the objective. But in this case, enemy obviously have their jungler, Lancelot, right? You can have Golem, the Franco, who can going over there, use the flicker and ultimate to lock him down, and then you can use a Kai to lock him down, and they can just straight up kill this guy. Or they have many other game plans, for example, right? They can just use Golem to lock down best player towards the end of the turtle and have a Kai secure the turtle. Now you can say enemy have Kaja, they can do something similar. But this is like a trade, you know, or you can just have Franco, for example, going in, use ultimate on Shark, on the Kaja, to lock down the Kaja, to prevent Kaja from locking down the Kai. And then Kai use ultimate to push the Lancelot away and still secure the turtle. Have their marksman, Brody, who do a lot of burst damage to shred down the turtle, and a Kai just secure it with, you know, a retribution. There's so many different game plans, but yet you will see none of that from the entire set of Lamitop in this particular clip. In fact, it was kind of chaotic, right? Golem was walking up and he completely missed the flicker, and now the turtle is already gone because Shark has pulled a Kai. So overall, it's just, they walked in the team fight not sure what they're doing, right? In fact, the Kai C right here getting pulled, and now Franco try to flicker to get Shark, but it's a little bit too late because they're doing a reactionary instead of playing from a position of game plan or proactiveness, right? So right here, if Golem just walked up, use the ultimate on best player, Kai comes in, right? Use the ult on top of it, or just wait a little bit after Shark's ult ran out. Use the ult to push somebody away, and Mars do the damage to the turtle, and the Kai secure the turtle. And that's pretty easy. They can easily get some kills because now Hele on the Vendetta is making his way to the team fight as well. He can easily find a kill on Basic, find a kill on Hoon, right? Because Hele is actually doing pretty decently with the Benedetta. But unfortunately, he's 1-0-2 at this point. We did none of that, right? So walking into every team fight, number 1 symptom for a lot of teams is not having a game plan, right? You have your composition, you have your draft, but now play to the win condition of the draft, right? Why do you even pick such competition? You know, let's take a look at this second team fight, and we will see a lack of game plan as well. And then why do I use this particular example? The second team fight actually happened between Lamitop and Gosu from last week, and then still Gosu at the time, right? The interesting thing here is you can see the current mini-map. You know, the mini-map right here is heavily favoring towards the side of Limey-Top. In fact, this game, again, Limey-Top did extremely well in the early game. They're really, really far ahead, right? Even at this point, 30 minutes into the game when they made some mistakes, they're still over 2,000 gold ahead, 2,600, about 3,000 gold ahead. So they're really, really far ahead, right? Now, why are they why did they end up losing the team fight? Let's go ahead and play the team fight first, and we'll see together what they could have done better, how they could have set up this team fight to actually play this, to win this game, potentially from here, right? Let's take a look. Golem first jumped in, get himself killed, and then Lapu is not sure where he is. He's in the backside, 1 versus 3, not able to do much. Meanwhile, Hele, they're not doing the Turtle Lord fast enough, and now after Lapu, end up not able to be successful, Fanny comes in, killed everybody, Assault, finally kill number 1, but Hele doesn't even have, he has retry, but then fell in the retry on the Lord as well, because he panicked. He's literally a 1 versus 4 situation. They're like, oh my god, I can't handle it anymore. And I'm dying, and didn't even get a Lord. So that's the end result. And now let's go back to take a look at this team fight, right? I'm gonna go back and show you the minimap. Take a look at the minimap right here, guys. Lapu have pushed the top lane, has lane pressure, now rotating towards the Lord. Understand, at this point, Team Limey-Top had the upper hand. They have the control over the team fight. Why? Because now Ghost, well, should I say Fallout at this point, is forced to react. They have to defend this. If they don't defend this, the lane will push in, either pop the passive of the tower, or maybe if it already popped, the tower will be taken down or taken very, very low. So Ghost is playing really passive, or Fallout is playing really passive at this point, right? So look, let's take a look at Lapu. He rotated towards the team fight. You have a tanky jungler, which is Fredrin, who should be used as the bait in all scenarios, who should be walking up to the jungle, to the bush, to this bush, to this bush, to this bush to check vision, right? Because that's what every good team does. Now instead, Fredrin walked into the team fight, and Alice is the first person who goes in. And he didn't even go in and check the bush. I don't think he knows what he wanted to do. At this point, Fredrin has Alice has absolutely no vision. He does not know where the marksman is. He does not know where the mid laner is. He does not know where Kadri is. He just has no idea. The only person he sees is Woozy, right, on the freaking Arlot. No one else is showing on the map. In this scenario, the number one thing you need to do is has Fredrin as a bait and the Atlas waiting in the back and not showing the map. Same as Lapu. Lapu might be rotating towards here just to make sure he's ready to teamfight. But most importantly is Fredrin walking to the bush as a bait, and Alice, if they go on Fredrin, Alice can then have a really good angle. Flicker with camouflage, right? Mask, run in with skill 2, flicker, ult. Many different scenarios they could have done to pull an easy wombo combo, because the entire side there's like what? 2 purify, right? But then if Fredrin was a person in the front or Lapu jumps in, that thing's popped. So right now they didn't do either. What they did is have Golem walking forward, which is legend, taking a lot of damage and not getting vision, completely wastes his ult, and then end up dying, right? So it's just very chaotic. And now Lapu goes in. He tried to go for the backline, but he found himself completely stranded because the rest of the team is not sure what to do. He's not sure, like, should I do this? Should not do this? They're kind of confused. And now when Fanny comes in, oh, we have vision onto the marksman, come in. And then after he comes in, Fanny comes in, they got an easy kill on Numar. So again, lack of game plan, right? When you have someone like Fredrin, when you have someone like Atlas, remember, you should always have Fredrin. You should always have vision control from your tank, right? That person can be the Kai, can be the Fredrin, in this case, that Fredrin. And after they get a clear understanding of when to engage, that's when your tanks show up. And this is tied to another point called patience and strike, which we'll talk about later in the video. So again, you definitely want to watch toward the end of the video. Definitely remember to like, subscribe, and turn the bell on all notification bells. The next thing I want to talk about is Invade 101, okay? It's stuff I call when you should invade, when you should not invade. And you will see from Limey-Top that they actually never invaded successfully, or should I say properly, in the entire series of NACT. Let's take a look at how they invaded here against TOB, right? Again, they're doing okay. And then Golem's actually, in this game, they were doing really well early game, and they just kind of screwed up. This went back to the first game they played against TOB, right? Let's take a look at the minimap. So first of all, well, let's take a look at the result first. Franco landed the hook on best player, got an ultimate off, they don't have the damage, and there's 3 people invade, and guess what? You know, catastrophic results, double kills, 3 actually 3 casualties this side of Limey Top, and TOB take this fight decisively. Now let's take a look at setup. First of all, before this hook even connected, it seemed like the team want to invade because Golem and Hele is here, right? Like right next to the blue buff. And then Jungler and the mid laners are running towards right here, right? Look at the minimap. So you have 4 people running towards this invade. It's a possible scenario that's a really good setup, especially knowing that Farsight, they just killed Farsight, right? They just take the mid tower. So they have a good situation for them, you know? They have a good situation going for them. So this invade is called for, right? It's understandable, right? Not having enemy mid laner who just died, you know, and they have 4 people. But instead, look at Hele on the EXP laner. Somehow decided to run away from this invade. Right? If your team calls for an invade, the invade 101 is your side laner on that side of the map. Either the marksman, the EXP laner, most preferably has to be the EXP laner, should be there for the invade. But nonetheless, every time, you will see this to be a trend, every time that Limey Top invaded, I don't know where their EXP laner was, right? It's just gone. In this case, their setup was good, and this guy ran away. It was like, good, and then turned to shit really, really fast, right? So, in fact, imagine if Hele was there on a Benedetta, right? Easy jump in, ultimate petrify. Best player is dead. Walk on the next target, Hoon and basic. They kill, because then they will have no comeback from the other side of TOB. They will simply, if they kill best player instantly, for the side of Limey Top, they will have a sheer number advantage. They can just run through the rest of the team. But instead, they don't have a number advantage. They used everything onto best player, didn't even kill him. And then now best player turned around and killed everybody, right? Because now the entire set of TOB was doing too much damage to them, and best player, oh, okay. And it all comes down to, where is the EXP laner? The invade 101 is you cannot invade without 4 people, right? Unless you know enemies are dead, right? You have 3 people that have 2, and you go ahead, you have number advantage. You should always work on a number advantage. And again, your side laner has to help. If your side laner is not winning the lane, the invade is suicide, right? We talk about this with the Old Valley. It's really MOBA basic. If that laner is losing the lane, you should not invade. In this case, they're not losing the lane. They're okay. The setup was good, but the laner left for some reason. So it's not something that you should do. And I will show you another example. Let's take a look right here. Look at the minimap. This is 2 people invade into a 4-man jungle. I mean, Limey Top, I gotta give it to them. They play really aggressive, right? The jungler likes to make stuff happen, or their team like to make stuff happen. I like that, you know, I really do. But sometimes it's not paying out, right? This time it's 1 punch on Lapu, Hele on the side lane, like on the jungle, which is quite interesting. But look, because the 2 people invade, they expose the position on Assault, right? Now they know, oh, Xavier is widely exposed. And Fanny is like, okay, after I got my blue buff, I'm going to go in. Look, Uzi is going in as a bait. And then their target is pretty straightforward. I want this Assault. I want this mid laner. I want this very immobile mage. And that's exactly what happened, right? So it's just one of those scenarios where you should not really invade at all if you're not gonna have your EXP laner or the person in that lane to help out. So they did that. And obviously, we're gonna talk about teamfight basics, right? But look at this teamfight. You know, Lapu has landed, not Lapu, sorry, let's go back to the follow-up. Right, Golem went back in, finding a decent ultimate. A 3-man ult is really, really good. Hele followed up, Mars ultimate get completely canceled, and he started walking around like a monk, like a bot. So this is a mechanical problem, but obviously, because that good ult, they're still able to get 2 kills out of it. So you can say that Limey Top is not really a bad team in any means, right? They're able to take really good, decisive early game advantage from teams like TOB, like teams from, Fallout. So this is a decent team. It's just that they do not know how to turn the advantage into lead, into game wins. And we're going to talk about that. That's another common symptom we're going to talk about. But after that, I want to talk about draft. Next common problems I have is draft. Oh, by the way, this is another invade example, right? This is another 2 versus 4 invade. Look at this. This is another invade problem. Do you see a trend? This is a 2 versus 5 invade, guys. 2 versus 5 invade. I hope you're watching this and understanding that teams don't magically lose games, right? Especially against like all the top 8 teams in North America. They have really good players. Limey Top have really good players. They have smart players, high mechanics, But why are they performing on the bottom of the barrel? Right? Because symptoms usually happen repeatedly, right? Repetitively. So that's something that you notice in this particular game. It's 3 clips in a row that we've seen, it's just by himself, 2 versus 5. Right? Imagine this is not a solo action. Imagine this is more of a team action. You don't really need to have a casualty fillet, right? You're gonna have an easy devastation to the other side and probably an easy trip. Look how low the entire side of Midnight is after the team fight. If this happened coordinately, instead of having 2 men invade into 5-man jungle, this could have happened. Limey Top could have turned this fight around. They were already 4,000 gold ahead or 5,000 gold ahead before this fight. Yeah, 4.6k, 5,000 gold ahead before the team fight. Like that is absurd how they just threw this away, right? 5,000 gold ahead. This is quite crazy. The team is able to do this. So again, teams don't magically lose, guys. There's always a reason. And us, one of the best analysts in the world of Mobile Legends Bang Bang in the world, we're here to do a surgical anatomy. Find out all the problems, the cancer cells that causing the death, the sudden problems for the team. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the next problem I see is draft. For a lot of the teams that are having draft problems. Draft 101, guys. Draft 101 is a problem that happens within a lot of teams. Let's take a look at this draft, Limey Top versus Ohio Brothers. Now, do you like Valentina first pick? Personally, I'm not a fan. But right now, it's okay because Valentina, after a nerf on Eve and all that, Valentina is definitely a pick that is really good, right? You can copy an ultimate that's always been good. That limits a lot of choice on the other side, right? Especially if any team pick like a really good sets. Lolita, Grok. If you get those, Valentina becomes really, really good. And in this scenario, after Valentina got first picked, we have 1-1 and Lolita being taken out. And look at this time. You have Fanny, Chow, and after those got taken out, we have absolutely 0 counter from the entire side of Limey Top to deal with this Fanny, right? In fact, somehow we have a Loi pick, which is not something that we've seen, right? At this point, I think Limey Top probably already lost confidence, just wanted to troll a little bit. Why Loi pick, right? This pick makes no sense in this scenario whatsoever. It could be something that do high burst damage. It could be something that has more mobility, dodge Fanny. But instead, we've seen a Loi pick, right? Even Lunox to this point to do a Ruby DD combo, right? That can one-shot something like Hoon that doesn't have a really good ultimate for Hoon to copy, or just one-shot Fanny if there's a stun or some kind of CC that connects, right? Jungle Martis, I'm not gonna talk too much. This Esmeralda is to counter Phobius, is understandable, but the Loi pick is just very, very interesting and end up paying a heavy price for this. In fact, this is a troll game from Ohio Brothers, and yet Limey Top still lost. It's one of those scenarios that you just don't want to, get into. Now, Draft 101 is stuff that I recommend a lot of people watch MPL and really get a hang of how the best teams in MPL draft. You will notice the first few picks always prioritizing characters like Fredrin, character like Lapu Lapu, or maybe even you don't coming down to the top pick right now because Lapu Lapu nerf and some of the silent balances that happened in the past few patches. But other than that, other than those few picks that is really, really good in the meta, it's usually just a Fredrin, right? And then going to the mid laner, right? What are the good mid laners? We'll talk about Valentina, we'll talk about Eve, some common picks, right? And Eve is not really that good anymore because the previous patch nerf. So, but still, nonetheless, it's Farsa, Fredrin, all of those picks. And then all the silence are picks that you use, including tanks sometimes, are character used to serve a specific purposes, right? The tanks is to serve your team's main role, right? The main initiation, or if it's a Diggy, to counter enemies engage. Those picks are okay. And then the silent picks, the marksman lane pick, the ESP lane picks are always the counter pick to the other side, right? Are you able to outsmart, are you able to bait enemy into picking something that they think are good, and then you pick something that counters them, right? In this game, you pick the 1-1 Lolita, you think it's really good, but Limey Top still end up losing the game. So the draft, you have to think about how to, watch MPL and learn a little bit more. The next problem I want to talk about, the common problem, is off-sync. The off-sync problem is actually quite huge, right? We talk about BTK has a lot of off-syncing problems. Now let's take a look at Limey Top. This problem is even more obvious, should I say, right? Let's take a look at Golem. Right here, he sees the opportunity to engage onto 2. Mellow and Uzi, that's by no means a bad engage, right? But in fact, we have a really delayed follow-up. Let's take a look at the team fighting like in full, right? The ult comes in, and after the full ult runs out, that's when Lapu and like the Claude jumps in. It's not coordinated. Like it obviously feels like Legend was not communicating. Hey guys, we could have killed them, right? On me. I talk about this all the time. Say these 2 magic words if you're playing a tank, for God's sake, right? Please, all the teams playing in NACT or in the world, if you're a tank player, you want to be the top tank player, learn the magic word, on me. Another phrase, I'm looking. Give your team the mentality to set them ready. I am looking is a magic word used in every MOBA by the top tank players to say that, hey, I have an opportunity, right? I potentially have an opportunity to engage on this. This is pretty obvious. You don't really need to get 2 people killed with Alice ult to be good. This is a 2-man ult, it's really good, right? We've seen what happened just now with another team fight where Alice get a 3-man ult. 2-man ult is good enough to break or make a game. In this scenario, if Alice just get this 2-man ult and on top of 1 punch, Mars engage at the exact same time, this 2 will not survive. But instead, we have a very delayed, of almost disgusting follow-up, you know? It's follow-up, but yeah, look how delayed that is. The full ultimate ran out, and then Lapu like, oh, okay, fine. I will jump in. Claude's like, oh, okay, maybe I will help. It's quite disgusting, right? Claude ended up dying. So it's a common problem of really, really bad off-sync. You have to sync really well, right? You have to really sync and then turn that like engage into a coordinated, beautiful symphony, right? Look at TOB. Hoon and Shark's engage and follow up is simultaneous. It's not like Shark goes in and then a second, 2 seconds later, Hoon goes in. It's like, are we going in? We're going in at the same time, right? Hoon will go in, do damage at the exact same time Shark does the stuns. We talked about this before in my first video. If you haven't watched the first video between TOB and BTK, watch that video that happened in the first day of the NACT regular season. Look at this scenario, right? It's just really, really horrible. But look at this game. Even then, before this engage, Limey was sitting at 3,000 gold lead. 3,000 gold lead. This is how you throw advantages, right? 3,000 gold. 2-0 ahead, 6 minutes in. That's a decent lead. That's 500 gold per minute. That's a decent lead. That's in MPL. If a team has that kind of lead, they usually turn that lead into a win. And that's my next thing I want to talk about. The common symptom is not able to turn a lead into wins, right? Like, how is this the game that you lose? How is this engage that you don't follow up? You know, easily you can call your team. Xavier could have ulted on top. This 2 could have jumped in at the exact same time. Frederick could have dropped the turtle coming for a taunt. This 2 dies, go back to the turtle. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's just how it works. This is a game-changing ult. You know, they could have easily taken this. And yet, Frederick lost the turtle at the same time. I just noticed. Right, he didn't retreat. He panicked on the retreat. The turtle left, it was 1 HP. And Fanny comes in, just got it. So there are a lot of should I say Ruby mistake coming out from Limey. Also the nerve, you know, maybe like they just need to shave off the nerve a little bit and be more relaxed and not so cringe, right? Goes in at the same time. How to turn advantage into wins, how to finish the Lord, you know, is the stuff that we want to talk about. I think the next team fight is well, actually, there's one clip. Unfortunately, it was not shown in here. I don't know where it went, but I have another point summarized. I think sometimes my computer, I talk about the clipping problems I have on my computer. A lot of time, it's really giving me a headache. But yes, the next thing I want to talk about is how to turn the lead into wins. Right? This is a game obviously that it could have easily won. Right? With so much lead, even with that loss. With so much lead they had, they could have turned this fight into a win, right? Even now, look, they're back to a 2,000 gold advantage, over 2,000 gold advantage. Got this tower, they got a few kills. Limey is by no means a bad team, guys. They're actually a really decent team, but yet they will lose the team fight. Let's take oh, actually, it's in this exact game. I got it. So with the exact game, we'll show you what not to do, okay? Let's watch this. It's right after Limey got the Lord. They killed Uzi onto the R-Lot. Beautiful setup, going to a win, right? They have a 4,000, actually 4,000 to 5,000 gold advantage. They have a Lord charging down then Gosu, now Fallout's team's base, right? This is you cannot ask for a better setup. They have, look at the minimap. They have this. They have like everything ready, right? Losing only 1 tower. Meanwhile, Fall has 2 tower losing. It's a great setup. But yet, what do? How about let mid lane die? You know, look at mid lane. Immediately gotten killed by Fanny, right? Immediately after Lord, guys, this is where you turn your advantage into wins. And that's not what happened here with the side of Limey Top. What did they do? Let's take a look. Right after Lord, right after they killed Vuzi, Hele, again, running into a 1 versus 3 scenario. That's not stuff you should ever do, by the way. At this point, if you need to reset, 1 punch, reset, recall, you need to push with the Lord. Nothing is more important than the Lord push wave management, okay? Syncing the wave, nothing's more important than that. That's where you get the big bucks. That's where you take all the auto towers with the first simple Lord, right? With the not enhanced Lord. That's your objective. Take all the auto towers. The next Lord, enhanced Lord, you want to take the high ground towers. Step by step, textbook execution, right? But instead, right after that, 1 punch did not go home. He went to top side with 1 HP. For some reason, that is not known. That is not known. It actually killed a mage, right? Because 1 punch, 1 HP, and he walked away. Look at Fanny. He's like, oh my god, that Lapu was 1 HP. Fanny's like, he comes out and he saw, oh, Lapu was 1 HP. Maybe I can kill the Lapu, but Lapu walked away, leaving the mage here. Like, okay, maybe I'll just kill the mage then. So it's just one of those scenarios that is really unfortunate. Right after lore, guys, right after you got the advantage, if you need to reset, and immediately get ready for the lore push, right? Immediately get ready to sink in the wave. And right now, in this scenario, they could have easily taken this 2 towers, this tower, this tower, if Limey Top did it properly, right? Lord is charging on top lane from our end result. At this point, 1 punch should reset. And then now after reset, we find out, okay, Lord is going down top lane, right? Okay, that means Lapu should never go top. Go from base, immediately go to mid lane. And the rest of the 4 people need to set up on the bottom side and get ready for the bottom tier 2 push, the 2 tower push. Let the Lord slow push top, do his own thing. Slicing through the minions slowly but surely. The reason why this is the first Lord actually doesn't do that much damage. What it does, the most benefit it gives you is the enhanced minion wave. Leveraging the enhanced minion wave will help you push a lot of towers, right? And that's what you want to do. Push all the high ground towers and really force enemy into their base. That's your objective. And then you control their jungle, you take all the resources, you take your own jungle, you solidify the lead, you wait for the next Lord, you finish off the game. That's how it's done, right? But instead, that's not what we've seen, right? So again, I'm going to give you exactly what could have happened. Lapu reset and then go to mid and force this side of the map. 1 person, Lapu in the mid lane, 4 people in the bottom lane, and then force this towers, right? Take this 2, leveraging the enhanced minion wave, take the mid tier 2 tower, walk up, have the jungler, have Lapu standing on this side, zoning everybody out. If they are not backing out from this tower, heavily dive them. At this point, Limey Top should have a 10,000 gold lead. Everybody's fully decked out with 1 to 2 extra items, then your corresponding opponents. Dive onto the tier tower if they want to defend. If they want to defend, take the tower, back away, control the entire side of the Gosu, then Gosu or Fallout's jungle. Control everything on the map, forcing them into this little tiny area, and then wait for the next Lord, which happens 2 minutes after, you win the game. That's how we turn advantage into a win, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, that's not what we've seen. So Lapu ended up going top by himself. And guess what happened? First, baited assault, got assault killed. And then topside, they find, oh, this Lapu is a dumbass. Let's go ahead and go over there and just like 1 punch his booty. Right? That's exactly what happened. 1 punch got 1 punched, So it's quite unfortunate. Last but not the least, is a clip that I want to show. It's more advanced technique for a lot of teams, which is what I call patience and strike. This leads to the beginning of the video when I talk about something, the lack of the team fight game plan, Again, Limey Top, they're not behind by any means, right? 2,000 gold, 17 minutes into the game. That's like nothing at this point. Everybody fully decked out. Not fully decked out, but almost. We're getting to over the 50,000 gold lead, gold range. That basically means everybody's at 5 items, approaching 6, especially the core carries. Okay, so let's take a look at this scenario. Right now, if you are Limey Top, what do you see? Right? You have no vision. on anyone from the side of Fallout. No vision at all, right? So what's your number one goal? If you're Limey Top, is to get vision, right? After you get vision, you set a game plan, have your team rotate closely together, and force them and win a team fight. But right now they have no vision whatsoever, right? Look at entire side of Limey Top. They know probably Woozy, who's always the bait, who's always getting vision, and that's it. This guy, one guy is split pushing on the side. Lapu went back to defend the split push from the Fanny, right? Lapu went back, you can see right here. But even then, they still have no vision whatsoever. But yet, look at this, right? The setup is Limey Top has no vision on where Fallout is. And Fallout now has a vision of what? Have vision of Hale, have vision of Mars, have vision of you will see Assault coming out in a little bit, right? The mage will show up for some reason. Look at the mage. Start showing up, right? Doing nothing, by the way, doing absolutely nothing. There's no reason for him to go out and throw a skill or two. Absolutely no reason. Zero. Big fat zero. There's no reason for him to come out. There's no reason for him to throw an attack. Just none. But he did. So right now, entire side of Fallout has vision on 3 people. And yet, the entire side of Limey Top only have vision on 1. And this is the advanced things that we'll talk about. Patience and then strike, right? You gotta be really patient late game. Your number one job is just use the bait, the piece of the puzzle, right? Whoever that may be, the jungler or the tank. Usually the jungler who are the tank. To get the vision and you save your actual roam because you have the big set to use the jungler to bait and then your tank to do the set and then your rest of the team to follow up. Right? But in this case, it's just really chaotic. 3 people showing on the minimap, and then team Gosu is a more patient one. They're really patient, right? They did not show on the minimap, they did not show their vision, and once they find out the person, oh, this dumbass right here, you can see Melody and then Guapsi just strike, right? And then kill this guy. Meanwhile, Fanny comes in, find the damage to Mars, and got Mars really low, right? So, and then end up killing Mars as well. What Team Gosu did here is what Limey Top need to do. Patience, find out where enemies are, and then strike. Do not show up like a dumbass, right? Be patient. Be patient is very important. And that's a lot of teams are making this problem. Late game is all about who has vision on who. The map control have to come from you. Nobody can map hack, so you have to manually, strategically figure out where they are, set up a game plan for the team fight, right? Who is the bait, who is the engage, who is the follow-up? Is your tank calling the shots, right? On me, I'm looking! And then call the target, right? If you're Kadra, hooking one target. Kadra! Going off something like Farsa, or are you Atlas, right? Going on the 5-0, you know? On me, right? I'm looking, right? Stuff like that. Is that being made? Is that call being made, right? Is that game plan being set? I hope this video is helpful for Limey Top. I hope this video is helpful for a lot of teams watching the tournament. You know, I hope you can use, find out some of the symptoms that you have in your team and really surgical precision, right? Precisely remove those problems, improve little by little. Remember, we still have 5 more weeks of regular season. You have time to improve. So don't be shy. Just keep on working towards those problems and then keep on working on fixing them, you know, one after another. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn the bell on to all notification bells. Ascend Dave signing off. We'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.
Just for the thrill of it, nothing counterfeit with you, just the thrill of it.